Yes, sir. We get another victory post-game show.
Yeah.
And I have my voice today because I didn't really need to use it in a bad way.
You dig it?
Yes, sir. Welcome to the A to Z Sports Game Day Live post-game show. Jesse, Holley, Skywalker still. Dallas wins 36-28 in a weird ending. It didn't need to be that way. But for the most part, this second half was the word of the day last week and the word that you wanted to see this week, and they dominated. They absolutely dominated the Panthers in the second half, sans those last two weird possessions.
Right.
But man, we talked about adjustments.
Yes.
Right? Dan Quinn, Kellen Moore, clap it up. Got to clap it up for you.
Put some respect on my name.
Yes. Oh, what'd you say?
I'm calling him Mr. Moore now.
Mr. Moore is in the booth
Put
like
some
this.
respect on my name. Don't call me Boy Wonder. Don't call me anything else but the man.
And tell him, Jesse, why, and we'll go on the defensive side of the ball too, but let's tell him why he needs to be called the man now, Mr. Moore, due to the second half adjustments. What did he do in the second half that you saw in this victory?
For me, coming out, it was a chess match, but Kellen Moore came out in the second half and said, you know what? We're going to get back to running the football, but we're going to use Carolina's aggressiveness against them.
Yep.
Phil Snow said all first half, listen, I ain't sitting back and let you guys pick me apart. I'm going to keep coming at you. And Kellen Moore said, okay, that's fine with me, but now I'm going to hit you with this, I'm going to hit you with that. And what I say that do in the first half, when Phil Snow goes to be aggressive, what do the Cowboys have to do?
Bust him upside the head.
Bust him upside the head. And that's exactly what happened in the second half. When you bust a team over the top of the head and you make them pay for their blitzing and their aggressiveness and make the referee do this for touchdowns, it puts them on their heels. Because now, if I give you my A game and I give you everything that I got and you go and score touchdowns on it consistently, what else I have to go to? I got nothing else. There's no plan B. My plan is to come out and be aggressive. And if you match that aggressiveness with aggressiveness and go score touchdowns, I literally have nothing left in the bag.
And honestly, I think that's the drive of the game. And I'll start off with that, the drive of the game presented by Freeman Mazda. Real quick, if you're searching for a new, used, or Mazda certified pre-owned vehicle in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, why not shop at Freeman Mazda of Irving, Texas? They're a family-owned and operated business for over 60 years. They have new inventory arriving daily, especially the new 2021 Mazda CX-6. Or CX-5. I have the 6, which I love. And stop by Freeman Mazda or visit freemanmazda.net. I think the Freeman Mazda drive of the game, to me, was that one where they did what? Popped them upside their head.
Yeah.
Because that was the one that took them back. And I believe it came after, you called this, if there was a turning point in the game.
It was a turning point in the
Matt
game.
Rule deciding to go for that 54-yard field goal as opposed to saying, hey, my defense is playing well, I'm going to punt it, pin them deep, and let's play some ball. Soon after that, it was like a pass to Schultz maybe or something like that. And then boom, 40-something or 50-something yards to Amari Cooper for the touchdown. And that opened the floodgates right there.
Yeah, to me, when you look at this game, the Cowboys came and played well, and the Panthers played well also. But I think Matt Rule cost his team an opportunity to potentially win this football game. It had been a back-and-forth game all half. And we said coming into this game, Sam Darnold can't play from behind multiple touchdowns or multiple scores. And when you try to go for 54 yards away and you don't make it, now you essentially have given the Cowboys the ball at midfield.
Midfield, yeah.
And now that broke open the game because your defense was playing more than they wanted to. They controlled the ball a lot, the Panthers, in the first half.
They won time possession.
They won time of possession in the first half because that's the way they want to play. We want to get you on your heels, control the time of possession, methodically move the ball down the field, give our defense a rest so that when they come out on the field, they're fresh. You're kind of a little bit out of sync, trying to gain some momentum. Matt Rule went for that 54-yard field goal. They missed it. The Cowboys got the ball midfield essentially, went down and scored, and then scored again. And that kind of right there blew the game open for the Cowboys.
Yeah, there's a saying that Bane says on Batman. What will break first, your spirit or your body?
Right.
And I think that the Cowboys offense has some Bane in them. Cool, you coddled us in the first half. but how much can you continue to do that?
Right.
And Zeke, y'all can stop talking about this.
Oh,
man.
don't you start that. Don't you?
What you mean?
All right. Okay.
No.
Okay, no.
I have all offseason said that Zeke is a different Zeke. I said Zeke and TP together. Remember I said that?
Yeah, you were saying TP and Zeke before.
Well,
on
TP's
purpose.
But
On
today's
purpose.
about Zeke, though.
It's always been about Zeke.
But what I don't want people to think that you're saying that I believe Zeke was washed or something.
No,
I'm not
saying
a
that.
washed Zeke guy. I think Zeke is fine. I just love the fact that you can go into a game, both of them can get off, which they did. TP averaged over 6 yards per carry, I think, today. But today was about, and I said it during the game, I said, this feels like a game where Zeke has to just kind of wear him, look, punch him, right? Punch him in the mouth, and eventually they'll bust one. And what did he do? He bust one in the next play. Dak had the 4 touchdowns today, but the ground game had over 250 yards rushing.
Yep.
And they could have had probably 300 had they not played around the last few possessions. But Ezekiel Elliott continued to go on that ground. And I got to give Kellen Moore some credit because he didn't go away from it. He said, okay, yes, it's a tight game. I understand that this is a good defense, but we're going to continue to keep eating away at it. And once, again, we talked about it with Sam Darnold. If you get a multiple possession lead on him, he cannot I don't think he can, even though it got weird at the end.
No, I believe this. I called the game was over like in the third quarter. You were like, nah, bro. But I'm like, for what the Cowboys had done, I saw the spirit get broke. I saw it. And they broke the Panthers' spirit. And they gave them momentum in the second half. But when they scored those back-to-back times, I saw the spirit. It deflated from that Carolina defense. And the Cowboys had found their mojo, had found their rhythm, and they had found something that had worked. And they began to use it more and more and more and more and more. A lot of those runs, go back and watch them. Where were they at? On the right-hand side. Behind who?
Zach Martin.
So they found where they can go. They said, you know what, Brian Burns, all you other guys, rush up field. We're going to just run behind you and keep pounding you body blow after body blow after body blow. And then we'll see how much you can take.
Yeah.
We'll see how many of these that you can take. And like you said, what will break first? Your spirit or your body? And I think they did both.
Yeah.
To the Carolina Panthers today.
Literally, I mean, there was one play where Shaq Thompson made the play, but it was a hard tackle, and I think he got dinged up. I'm not sure if he came back in. I couldn't really follow the situation, but, man, they broke their spirit and they broke their body. Ezekiel Elliott, 20 carries, 143 yards and a touchdown. Tony Pollard, 10 carries, 67 yards, and a long of 18. And he made some nice, big, explosive plays, but Zeke had the long, I believe, of 47 yards or so. And then reception-wise.
Zeke would have scored. I don't know. Zeke. 2016
without
Zeke would have scored.
Without a doubt, Zeke would have scored. Receiving-wise, Coop led the day with yards at 69, 3 receptions and a tutty. But this was another Dalton Schultz, just catch the rock, do your job. Get some yak if you can. 6 catches, he led the team, 58 yards and a touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 2 catches, 30 yards and a touchdown. Blake Jarwin, 1 catch, 18 yards and a touchdown. Everybody ate today. And that's the beauty of this offense, is that I think they can beat you. And I said it before. How do you want it?
Hey.
How you want it?
How you want it?
How do you want to get beat today? And man, I'm just really excited about what Kellen Moore. He's definitely Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore.
Right now.
And the thing about this Cowboys offense, what makes it so difficult is that they make you cover every inch of the field. They make you cover. Oh, we ain't just going to Amari. We ain't just going to CD. We ain't just going to Schultz or Jarwin or Cedric or whoever or Zeke or Tony. They make you cover from sideline to sideline, from hash to hash, from end zone to end zone. And that's the thing, is that if they have too many matchups for you to consistently stop them.
Yeah.
The only way that you stop them from doing that is putting number 4 on the ground. And then if you can't do that, you don't have enough that's going to be able to hold up for 4 quarters of football, because everybody is an option. And when everybody's an option, and again, we said this in the pregame, Dak is playing between the ears at such a high level. Mm-hmm. He has so much control of this offense, and when he's playing like that and doing like that with all those weapons out there, how do you want it? how do you feel? Because Dak going to cut you up and Kellen Moore going to do the deal.
Ooh, he got bars right there. I feel you. Dak had another efficient game. We use that term a lot over the beginning of the year. 14 for 22, only 188 yards, but he didn't need to do a whole lot. He missed CD at the end, but that would have busted him well over 205 touchdowns. But, again, it's just efficient. It's about minimizing mistakes. Once again, the Cowboys won the turnover battle 2-0. Granted, we know in the first half that got real scary.
Yes.
There was a lot of times we talked about it flirting with disaster or what have you, and should have even had a fumble, yeah. But nonetheless, which team can overcome those situations, right? Dallas did. The Panthers could not. And one of the things I talked about in pregame is that eventually, at some point, this offense is going to overwhelm you.
Yep.
Can you keep up? And the Carolina Panthers could not keep up. Now let's switch it on the other side here for the defense, because Dan Quinn also adjusted. But a lot of, as you said at the beginning of this, can you dig it, sucker?
Yes.
Trevon Diggs, right now, I said it during the game, find me another cornerback playing better ball than him right now. 5 interceptions in 4 games. I've played around on Twitter, not played around, I put on Twitter a couple days ago, I think he extends the streak because that's what Sam Darnold does. He fits it in tight spots. Well, he played around with Diggs twice, and he picked it off, man. How about, let's start with Quinn first, and we'll move to Diggs. Dan Quinn's adjustment, what did you see as opposed in the first half?
I think Dan Quinn dialed up Phil Snow playbook.
Yep.
Dan Quinn said, all right, cool, you got me in the first half, right? You made these matchup changes where I couldn't really rush Micah Parsons from the D-ends position and playing it one-on-one because you were finding the matches with our linebackers and your tight ends and running backs and receivers playing running back. So they went into halftime, and Dan Quinn said, the hell with it. I'm gonna blitz.
Gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you because we know that Sam Darnold is not. I mean, he looked like Lamar Jackson a little bit in the first half, but he's not Lamar Jackson. He's not gonna bust long runs and maneuver in and out of the pocket like Jalen Hurts and make you miss him and stuff like that. So you know what? There's no need to longer sit back and allow him to dissect us and try to get there before. We're bringing the house.
Yeah.
We're gonna heat his tail up, and we're gonna see how he reacts then. And they heated him up. They blitzed. They used different stunts. They brought more than 4 guys. And what happened? They got home. Micah had a sack.
Osa.
And Basham had a sack. And Osa had a sack. And Randy had 2 sacks. And now you saw that ball started coming out a little bit late, a little bit behind. And what happens on the back end? When you get a good rush up front, you get picks on the back end. Yep. The Cowboys should actually have 3.
3 interceptions.
Problem is, only one of our DBs has actually good hands. The other one has feet for hands and dropped the wide open interception that would have gave us 3 turnover takeaways on the day.
Takeaways. That's again, I love to use the term takeaways because these are, again, 10 turnovers to start this year in the first 4 weeks of the season. I think all 10 have been takeaways.
Yes.
Not this, it's popped in the air, everybody's there to get. No, they have not been easy.
Just
throw
the
it
one,
to me.
The one Hail Mary.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes,
at the end of the
9
half.
of them.
That's the only one. The rest of them have been takeaways.
So I got to give credit to Dan for making all we wanted to see was adjustments.
That's it.
We wanted to see adjustments. The first half, they did a lot of 4-man fronts with some stunts behind it, but running man. So what did Sam do? Okay, I'll just run on you.
I'll just run on you.
He wasn't stepping up doing great things. He just literally ran, and then he hit the open guys that were there, the routine plays. And like you said, Quinn made the adjustments. Not only did he send 5, he did it in a unique way. Okay, I'm going to send Mike up the middle, but I'm going to send a stunt behind him. Right? Or I'm going to send Gregory up the middle, but I'm going to send Osa and Micah on the twist stunt. And they just rattled him to the tune of 5 sacks for 35 yards. And before Sam got going at the end, he had 0 touchdowns in the air and 2 interceptions. And that is a testament to Dan Quinn. That is a testament to Trevon Diggs. Let's bring it back to him. I think right now he's the best cornerback in the NFL. I don't know what happened at the end. You guys can maybe let me know if you hear it in the press conference here. They said player management.
I don't know what the hell that is.
I've never in my life.
Never heard that in my life.
I've never in my life in a regular season football game.
In a 2-possession game. Like, this ain't, I've never heard this before in my life. This player management, if that's true, that is one of the dumbest decisions Mike McCarthy has ever made.
It's always
Player management, I'm hoping. I'm not hoping for an injury. I'm hoping for a much better excuse than that. That can't be what you tell us happened and why Diggs didn't play the last 10 so minutes of that fourth quarter.
His spirit looked fine on the bench, right? Like he didn't look like he was in any had any problems when
no one saw him go to the blue tent.
Didn't go to the tent. Weren't talking to the trainers. That's a gaffe. And I'm not saying it cost you, but it had the potential to, because guess what? The 2 possessions he was off the field, what happened? They scored 2 touchdowns. One of them, Anthony Brown got beat on a double move. That probably would have been, Diggs over there. I don't know, man. It seemed real weird. I don't quite understand it.
Yeah.
I hope it was one of those things where maybe Diggs felt something. He was like, I don't want to
chance it.
But
I'm hoping. At this point in time, I'll take anything but player management. I'll take anything. Hey, he got a sore throat. He got a hangnail. Like he had boo-boo. He had the boo-boo. Give me anything. Like, give me his testes felt. I don't care what it is. Give me anything but player management in a live football game after dudes had 2 interceptions. I don't get it.
I've heard player management in preseason.
Right.
I've heard player management in practice.
Right.
We ain't talking about practice.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
A game.
I've never heard that before.
Thank you, Dylan, for the $5 donation. He says people need to hit that like button.
You darn sure
Sky,
do.
that D is looking too legit to quit. Oh, I like that one, too. Too legit. Too legit to quit. Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes, do us a favor, man, if you're enjoying the post-game show. If you're enjoying this 36-28 victory, Dallas on a 3-game win streak. If you're enjoying this post-game show presented by Freeman Mazda, give us a like. Give us a like. And if you're new around here, come on back. Subscribe, hit the bell. That way you know when we go live every single game. We'll be here at Texas Live, Revolver, and then on the weekdays, your boy will be live tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be a little bit of this because it's going to be Cookout Victory. It's a victory cookout tomorrow, y'all. So make sure y'all join me. But let's get back. I'm going to tease him. with it. Let's get back to some of what happened in that game. Your mouse of the house came into fruition today. He picked earlier Cam Irvin.
Yeah.
And Randy Gregory on Cam Irvin. It shows Randy Gregory had 2 sacks.
Right.
Boy, Randy Gregory was giving that man some problems.
I listen. We know what we saw Cam Irvin firsthand when being a part of our football team, and we knew that he wasn't going to be able to hold up. And it was time for Randy Gregory to get on the board. He had gotten close, so close last week. He had what's up, man? What's going on? What's up, man? Father and son enjoying the game. I like that.
Yes, sir.
He had gotten so close to getting home last week, created 3 holding calls, probably should have been more. So this was a perfect opportunity for Randy Gregory to finally get on the board. 2 sacks today. He's in a contract year. He definitely wanted to start racking them things up. And I know when he saw Cam Irvin, he was like, listen, I don't care what they got to do.
Don't care.
Let's send an armored car to whatever hotel the Panthers are staying at. Let's make sure Cam gets to the game. Let's make sure don't nobody call the hotel playing around on the phone.
Put him in a bubble.
Put him. I want to make sure that don't nobody send no bad pizza to his room. I want Cam Irvin to get to AT&T Stadium ASAP and in one piece. And he did. And smacked that butt and sent them home.
He smacked him. Another guy on defense that I just kept, we were talking about a little bit, saying, boy, he might be taking somebody's spot. Again, I feel like we continue to say this.
It's not. At this point in time, and I've tried to been cutting some bell. It ain't might. His job is done.
Yeah, and we're talking about J-Ron Curse.
Yes.
Wally Pip has happened.
Yes.
And I love Donovan Wilson, and here's the thing. You don't sit him on there forever, right? Like, he can get some snaps. This is a rotational system. We're seeing it. Hooker's getting out there. Curse is out there. KZ's out. Everybody's moving around. But you can't – J-Ron Curse has to be one of those guys that gets 85, 90, 95% of the snaps. Utilize him more in that big nickel and then bring Dono on the back end. But J-Ron Curse, another great game. 6 tackles, 5 solo, 2 tackles for loss, and he's bullying people out there. Like, J-Ron, when he comes to hit you, he's a bully. He's throwing guys down. It's really encouraging to see the safety play. And then DeMonte KZ, he's going to get fined, but I don't think he should be.
I don't think he's going to get fined either.
I hope he doesn't,
I think
but
when
the
they go
NFL.
back and look at that and go like, you know what? That's a solid hit. And we need that. We need for people to feel that you just can't run through this place all willy-nilly, free and open, right? I got to start putting some hits on folks to let them know if you come through here, you're going to have to pay the punishment. Like, there's a toll that has to be paid if you're going to come across this middle. You ain't going to just be running these deep overs and these posts and these deep digs and just be like, oh, we good back here because they soft. They ain't going to do nothing. Nah, let them know, hey, homie, when you come through here, you better look around because I'm coming, and I'm coming with authority. I'm coming with bad intentions. And that takes every now and again. I don't want to be in nobody's pocket, but that might take a fine or two. But
Donovan Wilson's going to do that. He's going to get fined.
And that's what I'm saying. But let folks know that, hey, we cover, we tackle, and we thump. So however you want to get it done, we coming to get it done.
I'm trying to find what can Dallas improve upon off of this, just off the top of my head. It's hard to right now because I thought they did what we wanted to see, and that was adjust.
Right.
You know, that was adjust. And
that's what they can do. He had a great point. He said, what can the Cowboys improve on?
What'd he say?
Super Bowl.
Hey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I don't know what you are. Carolina, Dallas? I'm confused here.
Confliction, yeah. I
Got
bet.
the Cowboy hat, and then the Carolina shirt. Yeah. We got Cowboy fans. In fact, I would put the fan cam on here. But
what's up, Cowboy fans?
What's going on?
Don't walk by here all quiet, man.
Yeah.
Damn, we just won a football game. Don't walk by here all quiet. Don't walk by here. Look at that Panthers fan. Let her know that she should. Let them both know that they should. Let him know, too, that y'all just can't roll through here. What's up, little fella? But y'all lost. It's all good. But that's what I'm saying, Cowboy fans. Don't stroll through here on the quiet tip. Church over. Y'all just came from a football game that we won. Make some noise when y'all come through here.
Indeed. I was trying to pull up the fan cam. Maybe do I have it here? Hey, I do got it there. So y'all missed all the people that came through.
What's up, man? That's what I'm talking about, man.
We'll bring them back. Yeah, so we're here at the post-game show presented by Freeman Mazda. Dallas wins 36-28 to extend their winning streak to 3, and Diggs extends his interception streak to 4, leading the league with 5. I personally think he is right now the Defensive Player of the Year front runner. What's going on, Cowboys fans?
What's up, Cowboys fans?
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about, man.
Here we go.
Make some noise,
now
man.
they coming through here making some noise. That's what I'm talking about. Got the fan cam. Now bring the fan cam back because they walking by here and they're excited. We're excited. Y'all are excited here in the chat. We're 700 deep.
Yes, sir.
Please do me a favor and hit that button, that like button. Mark Smith says, Diggs is at the cookout. Oh, you damn right Diggs is going to be invited to the cookout tomorrow,
absolutely.
man. Absolutely. He's the best defensive back in football right now.
He get the big chicken. He get the big piece of chicken.
He get the big chicken. He get the best seat.
The ribs.
He get to cook it if he wants.
No, he ain't cooking.
So he basically on some, you know what? You rest.
Yeah.
You chill.
We're gonna bring you a plate.
So he's the male version of Big Mama.
Absolutely. He is the male version of Big Mama. You bring him to play. Hey, ladies, how y'all doing? Don't walk by and not speak now.
So Big Mama gets to chill. Diggs gets to chill. Russell says, is Diggs okay? We don't know. We're going to figure that out after this is over. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dalton Schultz. Yeah, let's give some cookout candidates. How about that?
That's a new segment.
We'll do some cookout candidates. Diggs is obvious one. Dalton Schultz was brought up here. Who would you say is a cookout candidate for tomorrow?
Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory, come on down to the cookout.
I like it.
Come on down and get you a plate, homeboy.
I'm going to go. I've done this 3 weeks in a row, Dan Quinn, but I'm going to flip it now because Dan Quinn, he full. He full for the cookout. I'm going to put a different coach. I'm going to put Kellen there.
Oh.
Because, here's why. The first half was tough.
Yes.
That was the toughest test for Kellen Moore, in my opinion. Because even tougher than the Bucs game. Because the Bucs, we came out on fire, right? It was a back and forth. It really wasn't Kellen's fault that so-and-so was missing a field goal or so-and-so, missing extra points. This was a tough fight at the beginning. They were blitzing, really couldn't figure it out.
Right.
But it's a beautiful thing to see adjustments by your offensive coordinator. We just didn't see the adjustments in previous years. So Kellen Moore, he's my cookout candidate. Christopher has Zeke, Moore, Gregory, Diggs.
That's a good one.
Kellen Moore called a masterpiece. Totally agree. Osa, I can't disrespect Osa here. He had another.
Oh, we're forgetting one. It's almost like he has to be there.
Who's that? Oh, yeah, duh. We said Zeke. Hello. Somebody said Zeke. Hello.
Zeke. Zeke has to be there. get him a big plate.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
We
might have two Big Mamas.
Right.
Big Mamas on both sides of the family.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're getting along today.
Right.
So we got to put Zeke and Diggs at the head of the table on offense. He definitely I think he kept them on schedule.
Yes.
Absolutely kept them on schedule and sent a message. It's just a beautiful thing, Jesse, to see that this team can beat you any way you want or how do you want it.
Right.
I love it. Where's Nick at? Hey, Nick, we're going to get some Cowboys questions here, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me get this on here. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on.
But no, today was one of those games, man, where you sit back and you look at it and you go, job well done, man. Job well done to the Cowboys. We saw adjustments. We saw ebb and flow. We saw recovery. Because some things didn't go right.
No.
And that'll happen in a football game. But it's how do you respond to it? And for once, and I've been a part of this team since 2009. I've never been a lifelong Cowboys fan.
Right.
But I've been a part of this organization since 2009, whether it be a player and or covering it in the media. And for a long time, we never really had the ball bounce our way. Right? There'll be situations where, what's up, boss? What's going on? There'll be situations where they actually we fumbled the ball and we didn't recover it.
Right.
There'll be times where we couldn't overcome certain things and, just things like that.
Overcome penalties
or in games like this, we wouldn't adjust at halftime, and now we come out with the same game plan, and the Panthers would, go out and beat us in the second half. But it finally feels, and people have been saying it to me a lot, but it's really starting to resonate, and it's really starting to sit in that this may just be a different team. This may just be a different situation. And it's starting to really, 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 really feel that way.
And I think they're about to get the national media's attention too, so we're going to see how they deal with it. But here's the beautiful thing about what they're doing. They're overcoming adversity coming into the game, and they're overcoming adversity within the game.
Right.
Those two things happening together, you rarely saw that.
Right.
Think about this for a second. They're on a 3-game win streak right now, in my opinion, against two really good teams. I think the Panthers are not going to be an easy knockoff for anybody else. And then I think that the Chargers are going to be a playoff caliber team. If they're doing that without their second best wide receiver, or third, number 2, number 3, whatever, they're one of their top wide receivers, their top defensive end, their starting right tackle, 2, 3, I don't know how many guys are out now on that defensive side of the ball. They're overcoming adversity with injuries. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you got to love it. Like, they weren't doing that. If they didn't have their horses,
they were done.
It was a wrap.
And it wasn't like they didn't have one of their horses, it was a wrap. Let alone it be 2, 3, 4 of them. Yeah, and that's what you love to see. And that's a true testament. You want to give credit somewhere. Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn, Kellen Moore. That's a true testament to the coaches, to being able to keep these guys ready no matter the situation, preparing them for the games no matter the situation, and really, really, really coming out and performing no matter the situation. And that's why on the 3-game win streak.
Let's give them some credit, because we're hard on Mike because we believe in Mike. That's what y'all don't understand. We believe in Mike McCarthy.
Nobody wanted Mike more than me.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted Mike McCarthy more than me.
So he has to get his credit as well for making sure this team can do all those things. People ask, well, what does Mike McCarthy do? He may be sketchy managing the team within the game, but I think he's doing a hell of a job managing this team after and before this game.
Right.
These guys are not down on and I've talked to players before. They said they love Mike McCarthy and they're playing for Mike McCarthy. So I got to give him his hat tip as well, guys. Nick, do we got a question out there? Got one? All right, let's get a question from some of the fans out there.
Where has Trey Diggs put himself on a ranking of corners in the NFL right now?
I've been saying it for the last week and a half. You name me a cornerback playing better than him. He's the best cornerback in the league right now. Okay, and he backs it.
I believe that right now, and we're not talking about him being overall. We're not talking about him saying, "Oh, he's the best cornerback, whatever." But he's
playing the best.
He's playing the best.
He's literally playing the best.
And for a guy to be in his second year, he's playing like a savvy, seasoned veteran. Like the way that he's reading routes, attacking routes, and just going out there, man. He's playing well.
5 interceptions, 4 games. I believe he has 8 interceptions in
And this is
16 games.
This is his second multi-interception game in basically a year, really, a season and a half, because he didn't play full season last year.
It's astonishing seeing how he goes. You got another question here? Sure.
Did you guys really think that the Carolina Panthers was going to come into Big D and take that W?
No.
Not take the W. We didn't think that they would come and take the W, but we did think that this was going to be a football game that wasn't going to be easily won.
Yeah.
Watching film all week, I found a healthy respect for this Carolina Panthers defense. And, they played well in the first half. The Cowboys came out there and made adjustments at halftime and then dominated the second half like we thought they would. And that's encouraging to see that they were able to make the adjustment and then come out and play better in the second half.
Yeah, we both believed that the Cowboys would win this game, but we thought that this was going to be a tough, gritty game to start off. And in my opinion, I thought the Cowboys had too much, and they would overcome that tough start, and they did. And they did exactly that. Cowboys just got too much power on offense, and that puts pressure on the opposing offense. And then what does that do? Cause turnovers. So they're just I can't believe I'm saying this.
Uh-oh.
Are they a complete team?
It sounds like it.
This is a complete team.
It
Oh
sounds
my!
like it sounds like the
I haven't
Cowboys.
said that in years.
Yeah.
But 4 games in, this is a complete football team, Jesse. Tell me I'm wrong in the chat if y'all don't believe it, but it's really hard to come out of these games thinking that your Dallas Cowboys can't do this, can't do that. They can do they're rushing the passer, right? They've had games where they can show they can stop the run. If there was one thing I would say I would like to see the defense do more, is be a little bit tighter in the ground game, but I can't even trip about that because this offense is going to make you abandon it.
Right.
So
that is true.
It doesn't even matter in a extent. Just don't let it overwhelm you at the beginning. Mark Smith in the chat. I saw you, buddy. I'm sorry. Where'd you go?
There he is.
Okay, he said, I'm still worried about the kicking and decision-making by the coaches. Let me tell you this. If kicking and decision-making is at the top of the list of worries, you in a real good position. He may be right, but that's a good position to be at.
And let's discuss it. I think today a lot of people were upset about going forward the 2-point conversions. And then you and I even talked about it, the not taking the 2nd and 24 opposed to taking the second and
that one I understood because it's 3rd and 12.
And for me, when you get the ball at the 1-yard line on a penalty from the extra point and decide to go for 2, that's the right call.
Yeah, I ain't mad.
That is the right call. It didn't work because the call was wrong. The call was right. It didn't work because Dak threw a bad pass. That pass was behind Schultz. His momentum was taking him to the sideline, and he threw it to his back hip, which essentially slowed down his progress. He gets tackled, and he comes down first. The call was right. The play call was even right. A bad throw by the quarterback. And again, if you give me that scenario every single time, give me that same play, give me that same thing, I think Dak makes that play 9 times out of 10. But that was the right call. And I think the call on the 3rd down was the right call. Yes, the penalty would took you back to 2nd and 20-something.
That'd be nitpicking.
But it's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, the NFL, that's
3rd and 12 is a mile. You're supposed to get off the field.
Yeah.
That's not on Mike McCarthy.
No.
That's on the defense. Like, you're supposed to get off the field on 3rd and 12. If you go back to 2nd and whatever it was, you give them more opportunities to kind of matriculate the ball down the field. I want them to have to punt. And 3rd and 12 sound like a darn good opportunity with that quarterback at the helm to get a stop and make them punt. Hell, don't play a soft shell defense and give up 14 yards on the 4th.
Well, you see what happened in that second half.
They didn't do that. Yeah.
They said, "Oh, okay, so you want to sit back? No, we're going to come and get you. We're getting a big crowd over here. We got another one.
You got another call.
We got Jet fans in here.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead, Nick.
We got Tony Dorsett
Hey,
back
I'm curious to know what happened to Trevon Diggs in the last 3 series of the game.
We are trying to figure
Man, you and me both. we are trying to figure it out.
We're trying to figure that out, man.
All the reports had said, Pam Oliver reported it. A good friend of mine, Christy Scales, who's the sideline reporter for the Cowboys, reported it. And they all said it was player management. I have no idea what player management is. Never heard of it. Never been a part of it. Live in-game player management is one that confused the hell out of me. And hopefully we'll hear something at the post-game presser from Mike McCarthy about it.
Yeah, if you guys hear something, let us know in the chat. We're almost 1,000 deep in the chat. Salute to you guys that are here. Salute to Texas Live, the Cowboy fans that are here with us. It is popping right now.
It is popping.
It is absolutely, and we knew it, right? Cowboys get this
been.
victory. It is going to be like that in the post-game show. How you guys doing? Yes, sir. Got that W. Got that W. Looks like the Jets just won a game.
Yeah, they beat the Titans.
Oh, that's our brother.
I know.
A to Z Sports Nashville.
Zach Austin, we're sorry,
Sorry, man.
We don't can't relate, bro.
Can't relate.
Can't relate. We on 3-game winning streak. Can't relate. We did.
Finally.
We beat a 3-0 team. We didn't lose to a 3-0 team.
Can't relate,
Can't relate, fellas.
A lot of people are in the chat asking about the A to Z shirts. Let me tell you something. This is the shirt that's available.
Right.
This is I got this made yesterday. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. So if you like this, we can see what's up. But go to atozsports.com. They have an apparel section. If you are a Nashville guy or if you're a Dallas guy, they have all that type of stuff in there. So check it out. So we got word on Trevon Diggs.
Oh, let's hear it.
My guy, CV Mack, always keeping me posted. He says Diggs had back tightness.
Oh, that's what happens when you carry a defense.
That's why he.
That's what happens when you carry a defense.
When you carry the turnovers, I mean, geez.
Yeah, I mean when you carry the load of the turnovers on your back, then that's what happens. So.
Okay. I don't know how to feel about it. He's 22, so he's young. You hope that will clear up this week, and he'll be fine. But back tightness is never a good thing.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah. So back tightness. All right. Not too bad, as long as it ain't Tyron Smith.
Let me tell you something. I told you guys I didn't care what they said. Tell me anything. Tell me the hairs on the knuckle of his toes were inflamed.
Right.
Don't tell me player management in the middle of a game.
Yeah, that was weird.
Tell me, I was looking for any excuse. I'll take it. Back tightness, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear player management. Back tightness, gotcha. I'll take it.
Absolutely. Any other injury reports that came out of that game? It seems like we might have came out clean. Somebody asked about Dak. James says, Dak is proving all the haters wrong. The brother has the Lord Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior, and the sky is the limit. Woo! I know you love that one.
Yeah, of course I do. I don't think there is, at this point in time, if you're a Dak hater at this juncture in the game,
that's wild.
Then that's you need your head examined. That's a mental illness.
Hey, A to Z Sports Game Day Live post-game show presented by Freeman Mazda has just hit over 1,000 viewers watching live.
Yeah.
Let's go. Finally, for the first time, we've hit 1,000 viewers watching live. That is major. That is massive.
Thank you.
That deserves a clue bomb.
Thank you.
Salute to you guys at home watching. I hope you are enjoying the show. Somebody said, is Zeke still washed? Absolutely not, man. Absolutely. Honestly, it has a feel of that 2016 year where it was the running game 3 games in a row now is helping keep this offense on track. But the difference is Dak is still dicing you up on the back end. I mean, he is playing so efficiently. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, he's at 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Now his percentage will drop a little bit because he went 13, I believe, for 21. 22, which isn't bad. No. Definitely in a game like this against a defense like that. Next week he gets the Giants. So we expect maybe that to rise back up. Yeah. So Dak Prescott is playing at a high level. I honestly don't care about the term MVP. I don't care about that. MVP? Who cares? Dak is MVP of his team, if you want to call it that. That's all that matters, right? So if there's still Dak haters out there, that's on you.
If you're a Dak hater, you need to schedule an appointment
to
talk to somebody because you got a mental problem.
Yeah. So another thing that I think is improving for this Dallas Cowboys team. Now, red zone defense was a problem today. They went 4 for 4. That's been hit or miss this year. But red zone offense for the 3rd consecutive game, folks, has been exceptional. They were 3 for 3 down there. Could have made the extra 2-point conversion. It was a good play call, bad throw. But if this team can do that on a consistent basis, because we know they can hit you with the big plays, but now they're matriculating down the field. What's going on? Yes, sir. Got the dub. Now they're matriculating down the field and converting in the red zone. Oh.
Yeah.
Teams. What I say at the beginning of the pregame show. It's October. It's spooky season.
Yes.
It's starting to get there because they put up 29 points on the Bucs defense, which is no slouch, and they just dismantled in the second half a Panthers defense that I'm telling you right now, folks, look at me. They're going to destroy a lot of teams that can't do what we can do. They're going to do that. So let me give respect to them, but the Cowboys are just better.
They are. And you saw it. You saw it today. You just don't have enough.
No.
And that is the difficult part. At the end of the day, you just don't have enough to keep up.
No.
Every time you turn around, it's another dog coming at you. Every time you turn around, you're like, it's Schultz, it's Jarwin, you just can't keep up that type of firepower. And as long as 4 is upright, it puts you in a very, very bad situation. I'm not looking ahead, but I'm going to be very interested and excited to see.
I know where you're going.
Dallas versus Kansas City.
I knew he was going
Absolutely.
there.
What up, man? What's going on, brother?
I knew he was going there.
Yeah, we on the air. We on the air.
It's
You
all
good?
good. Hey,
You
it's
all
all
good.
good.
Man, we love the support, my brother.
Yes,
we
yes.
love it. We love it. We love it. We love it.
Hey, I love this comment by Richard Rose, and I apologize if I can't get all the comments. It's over 1,000 people that was up in here. Richard Rose says, we're learning how to win week by week. Let's keep closing out games. I love it.
And that's what we weren't able to do before is that we'd be in games and the moment we like, all right, this is it, we couldn't close the door. We couldn't finish the deal.
After week 1, what did we say?
Right.
Learn how to win.
Learn how to win. Learn how to finish and complete the game. And this team is doing that. I'm getting excited, man, because this team is just it's different. It's different, man. and we're figuring out. We got to put the fan cam on that.
Put the fan cam on.
This is the Cowboy team that can take this and really go to new heights.
Yeah.
Because they're not coming out slow and they're finishing football games.
Ooh.
That part right there.
Oh, goodness. We're saying a lot of things
That we didn't say,
we couldn't say
for years.
This is generational curses. We talked about it.
They're breaking.
The Cowboys are breaking these generational, and I know generational may be hyperbole, but seriously.
25 years is a generation.
For that part. For years, Dallas has come out slow. Yeah, here you go. Check us out.
Boom.
And there's also a big sign right there. You can just take a picture of that right behind you. You take a picture of that, and it'll have all of our stuff.
But I mean, like you said, this team is definitely moving in the direction of being. This team is a serious contender.
Listen,
a serious contender.
What more? Like, I'm not gonna say what more do you want to see, because last week the guy asked me. He said, "Hey man, is Dallas this and this?" I said, "Yeah, Dallas is gonna be in a playoff. I think they're one of the best teams in the league right now. Yada yada. But can they beat the good teams?"
Right.
Well, check one. This was a good team.
Right.
And they beat them. This is a good team, and they beat them. So who's next? I believe it would be, I don't know what Minnesota did today, but Kirk Cousins would probably be the next quarterback to take.
Yeah.
But it looks like from the schedule in my head, KC. But again, week to week.
Right.
Take it 1 week at a time. Professor O, my guy with the stats. By the way, congratulations to Professor O. He will be starting at Cowboys Wire on USA today. I got to give him a shout out. He's our stat guy. From 96 to 2020, Dallas was cursed. 2021, Dallas has the curse.
Let's go.
Oh, my God.
Drop
I love
a
that
bomb
one,
on 'em.
Professor O.
Drop
I
a
love
bomb on them.
I love it. Hey, I'm still in that tomorrow. Y'all better tune in. I'm still. Hey, Professor O, if you don't tune in and take credit for that, I'm taking that one tomorrow. Write that down right there.
Write that down. Get that
Write
in
that
there.
down. That was a good one. RJW said, can I ask again, where are you guys? We are at Texas Live, the Revolver Brew House. You can't miss us.
Right.
If you're going to the games, you walk right past us. Also, while we see all the fans out there, look at the fan cam. It's absolutely nuts out there right now, and obviously behind us as well. So we're at Texas Live, located in Arlington, directly next to the stadium. And I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear what he said, but that's where we're at, RJ.
Yeah.
So come on through, man. We are here every single game. I don't know about we'll get into the holiday game, but we're going to be here. We're going to have some fun. So we'll see. RJ says thank you. He'll be there Thanksgiving. Well, that's the one I don't know. Jason Garrett, revenge game, talking about the Giants next week. Briefly can touch on it. If there was, and I said this earlier,
Yes.
and I know.
Yes.
Let me get it out. Get it out.
Okay.
Everybody coming into this game talked about trap game. I said, bull sugar. 3-0 team that has a great defense over there, really good defense. They're flying around. They're playing with. That's not a trap game. You want to talk about a trap game? Did the Giants beat the Saints today?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's the trap. If you want to call it one, which I'm getting rid of that word, screw it. But that's the definition of a trap game. Bad team, bad record, playing against a good team, good record on the road, a rival team. That would be the considered to me a trap game. But guess what? I don't think this team's mentality, Dak Prescott, Trevon Diggs on the other side, Mike McCarthy, these guys, they have these guys focused.
The Giants did beat the Saints.
So they beat the Saints.
In overtime.
You best not go into this game talking about we just going to roll it. And they not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm on the other side.
You think they can't roll their helmets out and just blow them out?
The Giants are a bad football team.
They're a bad football team.
They're a bad football team. They got a bad quarterback. They got a bad head coach. They got a bad offensive coordinator. They got a bad defense. You want to see me completely no, not excited. You want to see me completely lose my ever-living mind? If you lose to the Giants,
you can't lose to the Giants. Let's not even put that in there.
What did I tell you earlier? You said a track game.
I know.
I said they're gonna beat the brakes off the Giants.
He did.
Like I'm not saying that look over them. I'm just saying the Giants are a bad football team. They are a bad football team. And this should be a total dominating game come next week. So if we're previewing what is next week, when the Giants come to town, it should be, like you like to say, open up a can.
Yeah. I don't got it there, but give me a hell yeah.
Open up a can, clack two beer cans together. It should be what is it? Austin 316 said, I just kicked your.
Yeah.
That's what it should be next week.
You're not lying.
And I believe it's going to be that. I believe it's going to be.
I just wanted to get on the trap game people because everybody all this trap game, that ain't no damn trap game. Do you think these boys came in here taking these guys lightly? Did you see that first half and how them boys was playing?
Yeah.
Absolutely not, man. So we got to give them props. From the coaches down to the players, this was just another complete win. A complete team win, and they're doing this. I got to keep saying it. They're doing this with not even their best guys here. It's mind-blowing to me, because I'm not used to this as a Cowboy fan. I'm not used to seeing your top tackle out, one of your top receivers out, your starting your best at one point. I don't think consider him the best anymore. Your best defender, DeMarcus Lawrence, out.
At this point in time, he's starting to go. He's starting to go way down in the. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Cool. Live on air. All right.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we appreciate. Thank you so much.
At this point in time, we're starting to see what at the beginning of the year was the best defensive player go missing with an injury to now when he come back,
he ain't the best.
He might be number 2 or 3 at that point in time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be real with you.
He might be number 3.
Trevon Diggs is the best defensive player on this team right now.
And we can argue that.
And you can argue it with Micah Parsons.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we can sit here and have a debate on either if it's Micah Parsons or if it's Trevon Diggs. And guess what? That's a great thing to have because for years we've always known Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott. We've always known the offense has always been amazing. And this is another tip of the cap to Dan Quinn is you went out and you got some dogs. You went out and you found some players. Osa is a player.
Yeah.
Diggs in his second year is a player. Micah, my God, is a player. J-Ron is a player. KZ is a player. Hey, what's up? Is a player. Yeah. And so you got to give credit. They knew, and we said it coming into the end preseason. We don't need them to be the 85 Bears.
No.
Just be middle of the road. Just be good enough.
Be opportunistic.
And be good enough so that we can actually be in football games. And they're doing that plus and more.
A lot of some. We got a question from a Cowboy fan. First of all, I love that shirt. That shirt is dope.
I'm from Jersey, so.
Oh, well, you from say less. Listen, when you from Jersey, you just come with swag. When you come out the womb, the doctor smack you on the butt and then be like, yo, swag. It just all come the same.
So my question is, how do you feel about Mike McCarthy's clock management and how I guess they allowed the defense to score 2 touchdowns at the end? You think that was a part of the game plan or mishaps in the defense?
You want to go first? You want me to go?
Go ahead.
I think the clock management, and we'll address that, that he has some
He does.
And the thing is, a lot of coaches have it. Very few coaches in this league are on top of their game when it comes to clock management. We just, because we're the Cowboys, it always gets accentuated a little bit more than anybody else. The second part about it is, and this is a thing that a lot of teams do in the league. When you get up a certain amount of scores, you start playing this prevent defense. You start to play back. You start to say, you know what? We'll take everything in front of us. We'll rally and tackle it, opposed to letting things get behind our heads.
Yeah.
And so I've never been a fan of the prevent defense, but a lot of coaches tend to go to prevent towards the end of the game and say, you know what, if they catch it and we tackle them, the clock is still running. Opposed to if they get a big chunk over our head and now they score and the clock doesn't run. So it's a catch-22. It's a catch-22.
Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with the prevent at that time. My issue at the time was I didn't know what was wrong with Trevon Diggs. That was killing me. But now that we know he little back tightness, so now we know why he wasn't on the field. But I don't really have too much issues with that. I don't think that's a McCarthy call anyway. I think that's Dan Quinn. But yes, we saw him struggle with clock management, game management, and we hope to see him get better throughout the season. That's the one thing he has to clean up. I think everything else is rolling along just fine. Who's that?
Last year, I thought Trevon Diggs, he was always in the right position, but he didn't have the NFL strength yet to win those battles. And this year, he's winning those battles.
He was winning some battles last year, but now he's dominating those battles. That's the difference. Appreciate the call, man. Let me get to a super chat here. I missed one.
Jersey's in the building.
Jersey's definitely in the building.
Super chat.
Cody Hill, thank you for the $4.99 donation. He says, winning close games and that running game will come in handy during the playoffs. Absolutely. I mean,
that wins playoff games.
Wins playoff games. The running game can travel with you. I told you. What did I tell you? One of these fans was going to say that. I told you. The ref won the game. No, they didn't.
We shouldn't even took that question.
I wouldn't even. I mean, let me just keep going in here. This chat. Let me just get back into this chat. Professor O says, our safeties, as in all of them, can play. I don't panic when any step out for a breather. It's a nice feeling. That is true. And it's only going to get better. Like Donovan Wilson is returning to help strengthen that. And really, Jesse Alley, yes, sir.
What's up, brother?
And all that's going to do is add another chess piece for
Dan Quinn.
Because we talked about it right before we got to the question. Let me get back to the stat sheet here. Micah Parsons, we said we can argue that Trevon Diggs and Micah Parsons, 4 tackles today, a tackle for loss, another sack, and a plethora of hurries. And this is the beauty of Micah. Okay, we're going to rush you. Yeah, we're going to play you as linebacker in the second half. It wasn't working too well because they game planned for that. We're going to rush you, and you can make an impact. He's making an impact anywhere you want to do what you want to do with them.
We're going to stunt with you.
Man.
We're going to take you and a big guy. We're going to stunt you. Like they've Micah Parsons' progression and athleticism and just raw talent has allowed Dan Quinn to do so many different unique things that you wouldn't be able to normally do if you didn't have a talented guy like that. So, again, talk about Jersey. Dan Quinn, another Jersey guy. But he just Dan Quinn is taking this defense, and he's given us depth at a position we didn't have depth at for a long time. And secure depth, because we feel good about those guys being in the back end. And I really can't recall, people used to beat us over the head going over the top because we had poor safety play and bad angles and, oh, my God, all the Xavier Wood days. That gives me a headache thinking about that. But it just feels so much more secure with the guys that he has back there now. And I'm not going to stop singing his praise. Neither one of them, Dan Quinn or Kellen Moore, because they deserve it. We kick their backs in when they're bad. So it's time to give them their flowers when they're good.
Think about this for a second, man. Dan Quinn routinely came out after these pressers and said, guys, hold on. I like what Anthony Brown's doing. I see something. We're going to get something out of this. Just hold tight. In the last 2.5 games, Anthony Brown has come to play. He could have had a pick, but he got stone hands. But he's had good coverage deep. Right now, he got beat on that double move at the end of the game, but we know Anthony Brown's not perfect. So if you can just get a solid game out of Anthony Brown and the domination from Trevon Diggs week to week, oh, boy. We got a question from a fan here. What's up?
All right. Looking up in the coming weeks and the months ahead, who matches up the best against the boys?
I got to look at the schedule.
Who's the biggest threat and why?
Well, you already know. I said it earlier. Week 10,
That's a long time. That's a long way.
The Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, you might have a little bit with the Vikings, but
yeah, I mean,
Atlanta sucks. It'll be.
It has to be the Chiefs.
It'll be right before Thanksgiving.
Unless the Broncos kind of get on the roll here, I don't really. I mean, here's the schedule: Patriots, Giants, Patriots, Vikings, Broncos, Falcons, Chiefs. So it's Kansas City, in my opinion. I agree with him.
Kansas City is probably the only team that has enough firepower that we have left on our schedule. Vegas might be decent, but the Cardinals will give us some issues with Kyler Murray. But honestly, Kansas City is the only team left on this schedule that I look at and I go, they can match us high power play for high power play. And I tell you one thing that ain't gonna be against Kansas City. I don't give a damn about a back tightness. Won't be no player management in that game because them jokers can score
playing through it
at any given moment. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably the answer to your question. Kansas City is the only team I look at with the remaining schedule so far that gives us a problem.
And he said the remaining schedule. I mean, you got, like you said, you brought up Raiders and things. And guys, this is without even studying anything.
Right.
We're just kind of just going off of it. I agree. I think the Raiders, the Cardinals, and the Chiefs are probably the best teams remaining on this schedule. Now, you'll get into some dog fights with your division opponents from time to time, right? The pass rush from Washington or whatever. But, again, I can't believe I'm saying it, but I don't know if you can name 5 better complete teams than the Dallas Cowboys. I don't. This team can score 35, 40, or they can beat you 20-17. They're showing that right now.
Right.
So I'm there. James says Cards offense is high power. Oh, we did have a super chat here. Somebody had asked about Diggs. Yes, sir.
Super chat.
Grant says, Jesse, is Diggs okay for sure? Well, we don't know for sure.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we'll find out.
Yeah, we don't know for sure.
We'll find out.
Kevin says, I hear y'all saying D-Law may be the 3rd best player on D when he gets back, but how much is the defense better because of Osa and defensive tackle play?
Woo! Most teams defensively, when they are good, they got a man-eating dude up front.
Mm-hmm.
And what Osa brings to you is he clogs up that middle, but he's athletic enough to create pressure on the quarterback. Because sometimes you just have fat dudes, right? The fat dudes, they just there to make sure you got to eat up 2 blocks. But when you got a fat dude who actually has some athletic ability, and now he's pushing that pocket and moving that pocket, that helps your linebacker play. That helps now your pocket collapse. And when the pocket collapse, it creates short corners. Now your defensive ends don't have to kind of ride the
and that happened a few times today.
The hump becomes a little bit less to ride out. And now what was before the ball being gone right before you get there becomes now the defensive end is actually getting there. Right. So
defensive tackle plays is massive.
It's massive.
We talked about that in preseason a lot. We figured that the Cowboys got better at that position, then the injuries started to hit. But now you're seeing the depth. And that's crazy. No Tristan, no Neville.
No, I'm about to say, to your point earlier, he wasn't even supposed to be the guy. It was supposed to be Neville Gallimore.
He's the guy now.
And now he's the guy. So now you think when he comes back, what a hell of a rotation. He and Neville Gallimore coming in and playing well. I think I said this 2 shows ago. Like, the one thing that we have is that when you have guys go down and you're still able to compete and win, when those guys come back, you've now had the guys who didn't have experience. Osa didn't have any experience.
No.
He had 0 NFL experience.
None.
Well, guess what? When Neville Gallimore comes back, he'll have...
Pair Neville with Osa?
That's what I'm saying. He'll have multiple games, multiple snaps against a plethora of good teams that ran the ball, can pass the ball, some good quarterbacks mixed in between. And now you've created a situation where you got old guys, young guys with experience. Great mix. Your rotation now becomes so much more better, so much more deeper, and that helps your defense out to stay fresher, longer, and deeper into the season.
And I'd argue, go back and watch the film on this game, some of those runs that were hit, I'd argue that wasn't because of the defensive tackles. I felt some of those runs, the defensive tackles brought the running back inside for your linebackers to hit the lane, and they just didn't today. But fortunately, again, no team can really stick with it.
Right.
The Cowboys offense forces you not to. And speaking of Cowboys offense, my guy Mr. Wright, Antoine Myers with the 1999 donation says, Zeke, my dog. Yes, he definitely is a huge Zeke fan. And I think Zeke, again, is proving to a lot of people that I can't believe people are saying he's washed. I mean, washed is a hard word. And I think national media rolled with that because of what they saw last year, not realizing, did he lose some Yeah, he lost some explosiveness. Yeah. But as a pure runner, he is still one of the best pure runners in the NFL. We know this. And yes, I always joke around about TP and Zeke being the guys, but like I said during the game, or together or better. But like I said during the game, there's going to be moments. There's going to be games where it's like, hey, dog, we need you to punch him in the mouth a little bit for us here and loosen him up. And that's what Zeke was doing in the first half and second half of the game.
And you saw a play in the game where most people will miss it. There was a run that Zeke had where he kind of set his block up before he even got to the dude. The safety was coming down.
He broke him behind the line of scrimmage.
He broke him behind the line of scrimmage. And Zeke set up to where he kind of went outside a little bit and then cut back inside. And the safety had come down outside. He hits the hole and get through. And that's the vision and the patience that Zeke runs with that I don't think quite Tony Pollard has right now. Tony Pollard hits the hole with a lot of speed and burst. But the patience, the vision, and then being able to get through the hole, we saw that on display for Zeke again today, and that's something that you just can't quantify with stats and numbers. You got to kind of really dig into the game to really see those things.
You had to be following him in the offseason. Remember, he was doing a lot of work on his jump cut, on his quickness, on his feet work, a lot of shiftiness, and he got that back this year. Absolutely got that back. It was fair to say, did he lose explosive? It was fair to say, did the shiftiness maybe not, it wasn't there last year, but he didn't, I don't think he became a worse runner. He did have COVID, I completely understand. The offensive line was god-awful.
Yeah.
We got to remember that. And this year, everything is coming together, in my opinion, with Kellen Moore, Dak Prescott, the offensive line, everything is coming together, and Zeke is making teams pay. But, yes, that jump cut was nasty, what he's talking about, y'all. He pressed the hole, saw the defender coming, went this way, jumped back, and he created the lane.
Right.
He created the lane. It was beautiful, man. Now, I think it was on his 47-yard run, as the guru says right here. Longest run since 2018. But I will say, 2016, Zeke does take that to the crib.
He does go to the crib. That definitely is to the house of 2016 Zeke.
Anybody out there want one before we head out? What's up? Yeah, we got the fans hanging out, chilling with us over here. Oh, you're gonna? Okay, yeah, we got our guy up. Go ahead, Nick. We got a guy, Nick, just showing you guys the fan cam. It is absolutely lit out here at Texas Live Revolver Brewhouse. Week 4, Cowboys win 36-28 to move their record to 3-1. And I don't want to say take an overwhelming lead because I believe what is Washington doing? Probably is an overwhelming lead in the NFC East. But again, that is never, ever the goal for the Dallas Cowboys. We understand this NFC East is not good. The goal is to be one of the best teams in the NFL, and I think they are trending towards that, Jesse.
Washington defeated Atlanta 34-30.
So they beat them. So it won't be an overwhelming lead. Washington crawls back to 2-2, I think.
Yeah, we can give a quick rundown of today's score. Games that are going on right now as we speak. Seattle and San Francisco tied 7-7 in the second quarter for the Rams and Arizona. Arizona up 21-10 on the LA Rams. Baltimore and Denver tied 7-7 in the second quarter. Pittsburgh and Green Bay. Green Bay is up 14-7. I just saw they did earlier. I think it was a strip sack fumble on Big Ben. Games that have ended already. Buffalo put the smack down on Houston, college style, 40-0, past the sticks. Texans, the Tennessee Titans, my God, lost to the Jets, 27-24 in overtime. Detroit lost to Chicago, 24-14. Kansas City beat Philadelphia 42-30. The Cowboys, that's right, your Cowboys beat the Carolina Panthers 36-28. Minnesota took an L against Cleveland 14-7. And the New York Giants lost to overtime. They won in overtime to the New Orleans Saints. And the last game, the Indianapolis Colts beat the Miami Dolphins 27-17. Those are your early games that are happening right now.
This is why I say week to week in this league. And I know the guy asked us a question, so like I said, we were kind of just spitballing. But you look at this score here, the Falcons are up 21-10 right now on what everybody believe to be the best team in the NFL. The Cardinals. I'm sorry, misspoke there. The Cardinals are up.
Just different bird.
Different bird.
Just different bird.
They're up 21-10 on the Rams. Not a lot of time left, but and these are two good teams. But man, this is why you got to be week to week. And I don't believe this year specifically. Screw all this, trap that, man. Take every opponent seriously and go out there and handle business. And they did that.
I'm not taking the Giants seriously next week. I'm sorry. I'm going to watch the film.
I mean, have to.
I'm going to prepare.
We don't have to.
I'm going to do all my due diligence on the New York Giants. I'm not taking those bums seriously.
You going to sleep on it?
No, I'm watching the film, but I'm not taking those bums seriously. I'm going to try to find something to make me feel worried about the Giants. But right now, they're bums. They're bums. And we shouldn't lose the bums. We should beat the brakes off those bums next week.
No, you're not lying.
And I can't wait till they come here, because they'll be here.
They'll be here.
They'll be here.
Giants fans will be here,
too.
They
will be here, and they'll be out here in Texas Live and all of that. And I can't wait to call them bums to their faces. I cannot wait.
Remember the Eagle fan last week? Came over here. Yeah.
I cannot wait. My energy is going to be disrespectful. I'm going to be disrespecting some folks next week. The amount of time I'm calling folks bums to their face, and I want them to do something.
We got Ezekiel Elliott back here on the horn.
Okay, what's up, Zeke? we got Ezekiel.
I mean, TD Lamb, I don't know what to say.
Hey.
He only had one catch.
I think Trevon Diggs is elite.
Here we go.
He's elite.
Yes, he is.
He gets one interception per game. Come on.
2 today.
He got 2 this game.
Got 2 today.
At this rate, he'll break the NFL record.
I was about to say he on track for like 19.
I thought that was Trevon Diggs right there. What's up, little Trevon Diggs? You look like Trevon. I thought you were Trevon, my dog. I said, damn, Trevon got a beer.
Yeah,
my dog, I thought you was Trevon. This is why
you got to tune in to the post-game show.
I thought you had to get a beer. That's why your back was tight. I thought it was Trevon. I said, damn, Trevon got a beer already. Game ain't just got over. Yeah, that's you. Look, I thought that was Trevon. What's up, Trey?
Trevon
what's
back
up, Trey? What's up, man? Hey, what's up?
Yo, man, listen. This is why y'all got to tune in to the post-game show presented by Freeman Mazda, A to Z Sports, Jesse Holley, Will Still. It is absolutely lit after the show. And, hey, it's lit pregame. Honestly, I'm going to just be real a little bit. I'm going to be on my Mr. Moore. I'm going to be on my Mr. Moore. We're 4 games in.
No, I'm going to be
Where
arrogant
else
and
you want to
cocky.
go?
Don't nobody do it like us, bro.
No.
I don't, search around.
You know what? Hold on. See, pull out your victory shades, your victory hat, whatever you guys to do, man.
Don't nobody do it like us.
Because it ain't. Nobody, and really,
search high,
we're
search
learning.
Low.
Nobody's doing it like the Dallas Cowboys either right now, apparently. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is the Cowboys got good when we showed up. That's all I'm saying. You can make a correlation if you want.
Let me get another.
A to Z Sports showed up.
He ain't lying.
Will Still, Jay Holley showed up.
He ain't lying.
All of a sudden, the Cowboys became the real deal. Listen, you can't men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You can't deny. We show up, and the Cowboys all of a sudden become a complete team. Make the correlation however you want to make the correlation.
Got a complete game day squad.
A to Z. The Cowboys are actually being good from A to...
Well, maybe the M. We might have to... McCarthy. No, I'm just...
A to Z. The
Any
Cowboys are now
anybody,
legit from A to Z.
All right, listen, man. That's going to do it. We have no more questions. Cowboys win 36-28. And y'all know I won't leave until I press this button. I don't believe it. So I'm going to press the button, guys. Got the W. 3 in a row. Victory shades.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good, man. Y'all should feel good, too. Drop the fire emojis in the chat. Cowboys Nation, if you're excited for this victory, let me get a hell yeah. Yeah, baby. Man, we lit over here, man. Hey, in fact, I might turn up a little bit after this. Appreciate you, dog. Another big one.
Yes, sir. We did it again, baby.
We out. Peace.